My name is Clara, and for 10 years, I believed I was living a perfect life. I had a loving husband, a beautiful home, and dreams that sparkled with the promise of forever. But forever doesn't always last. Sometimes, it crumbles in one night. The night my marriage fell apart. It all began with silence. Not the peaceful kind that comforts you, but the kind that screams louder than words. My husband, Daniel, had been distant for months. He stopped calling during lunch, stopped asking how my day was, and stopped looking at me the way he used to. I told myself it was stress from work. I told myself it would pass. But deep inside, I knew something was terribly wrong. He came home late most nights, claiming to be busy with meetings. I believed him, because love makes you blind. But there were signs I couldn't ignore. The smell of unfamiliar perfume, the late-night texts, the sudden business trips. My heart was whispering what my mind refused to hear. One night, he fell asleep next to me, and his phone buzzed. I hesitated, staring at it for what felt like forever. Then I picked it up. What I saw shattered me, message after message. Her name was Melissa. A woman I had never met, but one who clearly knew every detail about my husband, the way he liked his coffee, the shirt he wore to bed, the songs he loved. My hands shook as I read each word. My heart broke with every message. When he woke up, I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I simply looked at him and said, "Who is Melissa?" His face turned pale. He didn't even try to deny it. All he said was, "It wasn't supposed to happen." Those words echoed in my head over and over. It wasn't supposed to happen. But it did. And the man who once promised to protect my heart had destroyed it instead. That night, he packed a small bag and said he needed space. Then he walked out of the house without looking back. I stood there, staring at the door, unable to move. It felt like the world had stopped spinning. I didn't know how to breathe, how to think, or how to feel. The days that followed were a blur of pain. I would wake up and reach for him, only to find an empty bed. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Every photo in the house felt like a cruel reminder of what I'd lost. I tried to distract myself with work, but even my thoughts betrayed me. Everything reminded me of him. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I got into my car and drove aimlessly, tears blurring my vision. Somehow, I ended up at the beach. The waves were crashing hard against the rocks, wild and angry, just like my heart. I stood there for a long time, letting the wind hit my face, and for the first time, I allowed myself to feel everything. The pain, the betrayal, the loss. That night, I realized something. I had two choices: to let this break me completely, or to rebuild myself from the pieces he left behind. I chose to rebuild. The next morning, I called a therapist. I joined a fitness class. I started journaling. At first, it felt impossible, like trying to breathe underwater. But slowly, I began to heal. I cried less. I slept better. I started to smile again, not because everything was perfect, but because I was learning to be at peace with myself. Healing didn't happen overnight. There were days I wanted to go back, to call him, to beg for answers. But each time, I reminded myself that I deserved better. I deserved love that didn't hurt. Months later, I saw Daniel again. It was at a cafe near my new apartment. He looked thinner, older, tired. When our eyes met, he gave a small, uncertain smile. I nodded politely, but before I could walk away, he spoke. "Melissa left me," he said quietly. She said I was too broken to love. He looked at me with tears in his eyes. Clara, I made a mistake. Can I come home? For a moment, my heart ached for the man I used to know. The man who held my hand when I was scared, who made me laugh until I cried. But that man was gone. And I had spent months learning how to live without him. So I looked at him calmly and said, I'm home, Daniel, just not with you. He blinked, confused. But I meant every word. My home wasn't a house anymore. It wasn't a marriage. My home was within me, in my peace, my strength, and my healing. He walked away that day, and for the first time in a long time, I didn't cry. I felt free. Today, my life looks completely different. I have new friends, new passions, and a new sense of purpose. I started volunteering at a women's center, helping others who've gone through betrayal and heartbreak. I tell them what I learned the hard way, that healing doesn't mean forgetting, and forgiveness doesn't mean going back. It means freeing yourself from the pain that once controlled you. Sometimes, late at night, I still think of Daniel. Not with anger, but with gratitude. Because losing him forced me to find myself. The night my marriage fell apart wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning of me. And if you're listening to this and your heart is broken, I want you to know, it will get better. You'll breathe again. You'll smile again. You'll trust again. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, you'll look in the mirror and recognize the strength in your reflection. Because sometimes, when life breaks you, it's only preparing you to rebuild stronger than ever. The night my marriage fell apart didn't destroy me, it rebuilt me. Piece by piece, pain by pain, I became whole again.